Hey everybody, Shy Guy's back here, and here to talk about music picks of the week. Not the week, but of the moment.
Yeah, music of the moment.
Yeah, we'll figure out a title for it eventually.
Or not.
Yeah.
Okay, so my first pick is an album by Radiohead, of course. You know me.
Yeah.
I love my Radiohead. I pick The Bends. It's an album that I haven't just gone through just because I know a lot of people have it lower on their discography rating, but I finally got around to it and I kind of love it. It's a lot more like rock than their more modern albums, I would say, and I really like it because of that.
So like more traditional rock than like
and
In Rainbows.
Yeah, but it's not so much like Pablo Honey where it's like just pure generic like punk rock, or grungy like that. It's a little more experimental, I would say.
Okay.
And I thought it was really cool. Some of my favorite songs in there were Black Star, so that was just really creepy. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
High and Dry, obviously, that was just like a really sweet song, but it's also like very sad at the same time. And Nice Dream, I thought that was a really cool interlude.
Alright, so one of the songs I got picked out is actually really new, came out this week. It's JPEG Mafia and Kenny Beats. They teamed up and came up. It's called Puff Daddy. I love the single cover. I love everything about that song. Kenny Beats comes up with fantastic production. As much as I love Peggy on the track, that beat is so damn good.
It's so fire.
The way it's like a trap beat, but it's also like mixed where it's like distorted a little bit.
Yeah. It's such a weird beat, but I love it.
Yeah, and then Peggy matches it with this perfect energy, and it's great song. Check it out. Also, if you haven't checked out Peggy's Veteran album.
Okay, my next pick is another typical Dan. Tim Impala. I went with the song that's just been stuck in my head like the past month or so. Let It Happen.
Yeah.
It's probably, like you say, it's probably the best song off of that album.
Yeah.
And it's this weird, just like synth ballad that's like 8 minutes long, and it's ridiculously good.
Yeah, it was definitely a thoroughly thought out song that they made, and it's just very psychedelic, orgasmic.
Yeah, I think it's like Kevin Parker is the best so far. I just can't wait for his next album. There's like this one moment in the song where like the beat just builds up, and then it stops, and then the super crisp drums just go, and then everything kicks into overdrive. It's amazing.
Yeah, that song is the one thing I'll go back to, if anything on that. The next one I have is off the new Mick Jenkins album, Pieces of a Man, and specifically Gwendolyn's Apprehension. And I kind of like it because it's similar to what Lupe Fiasco did with The Cool, where he's taking all these tropes of like what's cool, and he's kind of being like, that ain't for me, fam. That's you. You call it cool? It's not that cool. Really cool. I really love the production on it. It was the first song that really stood out to me, production-wise, on that album. It stuck with me on like first listen, and then Mick is phenomenal. He's one of the best rappers out right now. Also, check out that album if you haven't. Phenomenal.
Yes. I'm kind of going left field here. This one album that I know a lot of people have liked so far. It's a pop album. It's 21 Pilots Trench.
I heard a lot of good things about that album.
Yeah, it's actually really good. I kind of love it, actually.
So it's not like old 21 Pilots?
Yeah, it's like... No, but it's like they went in a really cool direction, I think, thematically with their album. It's really cool, I'd say. My favorite songs were probably Jumpsuit, just because it's like, it just goes hard. And then Nico and the Niners, it starts off really weird, and then it gets just weirder, and I kind of love it. It's like really creepy, I would say, too. And then my last favorite song from the album probably be Bendito. It's just, I don't know what it is, but I love it. It's very eerie, but it's also a pop song, so it's very catchy.
Okay, yeah, I guess good kind to see those guys gonna break out of that little niche thing that they were fixed in for the longest.
Yeah, I love it. They went like super like weird with this album. I love it.
Yeah. My next pick is off this semi-new. It's a couple weeks old now. The new Open Mike Eagle project. Things I do when I try to relax, and the one in particular I picked was Southside Eagle, because I like everything. I love the trap beat that my Open Mike goes over, because with Open Mike, you know how he's more of the artsy poet, like spoken word type rapper.
Yeah.
You don't typically hear them over trap beats, but he did it, and he did it well. And his lyricism about how he's just struggling, where he's in like that mid tier of like fame, where he's successful enough, but he's not up there yet because he's independent and all that. Where he's like, I love the line where he's like, he saw Kendrick at like a concert, but he's on his independent grind, so he's just trying to do it on his own and not do it with connects. It's a really interesting track, and written by one of the smartest rappers probably out there, an Open Mic with its cleverness and just everything about it. Check out that project as well.
Yes. All the projects.
Yeah.
Okay. My next pick is Brockhampton's Iridescence. I went to go see the concert last week, and it was phenomenal. And like ever since then, I've just been bumping their music.
Oh, really?
It just makes their music that much better. I will say live, they're amazing.
I know their energy's like crazy.
It's insane. But yeah, like those. I just been bumping this album. I think from first listen, that was just a lot different from what they usually have done, especially with the Saturation series. Yeah. But I think I'm starting to appreciate it more, like what they're doing in this new direction. My favorite songs off the album probably Wait, just because everybody's super honest and like everybody gives like a really good performance.
And Kevin Abstract spits one of the best verses of the year.
Yeah, and I love Job on it. He's so erratic, as usual. Another song I love is Tanya. It's super cold, and I love how they use I, Tanya as kind of a reference to how they're like dealing with the newfound like middle class fame.
Yeah. See, I think definitely that album, they were talking about it when they were making it and kind of hyping up that it was going to be in line with like other famous fourth albums like 808s and Heartbreaks, or is it Kid A for
Kid A,
yeah. I definitely think this is going to be their 808s, where a lot of people aren't as hype about it when it comes out, but maybe a bit later people can start appreciating it.
I think it's going to be a classic like 10 years from now.
Classic?
In terms of Brockhampton's fans.
Maybe. I still say Saturation too, so that's another argument.
No idea.
My next pick is a lesser known artist. This is her first project, really, like publicly out there. But you've really only seen her in like features and stuff, and it's kind of just doing the typical singing thing. But Jean Doe's new EP, or debut EP, I guess, Crash. And I chose the title track of the EP because it was very interesting getting this like complete contrast of what you typically know Jean Doe for, and that's just providing these really nice and pretty sounding vocals that you hear over like Isaiah Rashad or like Mick Jenkins or people like that. But in this one, she's like spitting bars. She's like on her shit with that. She is on her braggadocious, like, y'all ain't shit. I'm about it. Especially there's the one part in the chorus where she's like, my chopper carried the one. It's worth a listen. It's not amazing, but definitely worth a listen if you like some weird sounds.
My next pick, my last pick, is going to be a song that has been stuck in my head ever since it came out, and I know you've heard me bump it in my car all the time. It's Earth Gang's Stuck with Aaron Ray.
That song's so fucking good.
It's infectious.
Dude, when like the second I heard that song, I'm like, this is really fucking good.
That hook is so good. And then everybody just does their own part, their own verse. It's like so crisp and good.
Dude, Earth Gang's gonna sneak up on a lot of people.
Yeah, I'm really hyped for the next album.
Yeah, I've been hyping him up for the longest.
Yeah. And then this song is just probably like my top 10 of the year.
Yeah, dude, Ringo's
for
stacked.
Yeah.
And my last pick is, I'm going off The Blow, which is off Currency and Freddie Gibbs' new collaborative project with Alchemist. And you're getting exactly what you're bargained for with Currency and Freddie over some Alchemist beats. Yep. They just go over these soulful samples and they just provide you with these hard-hitting fucking drug dealing bars, and it's a sight to be had. Another thing with that project, aside from you get your fix of your Freddie and Currency bars, pun intended. I feel like the shining star in this project was Alchemist. Just his beats are so fucking good, and I feel like he's definitely one of the more underappreciated producers in hip hop. You always hear him talked about, but he's never talked about like that. And at least in the mainstream, the people who've listened to him, they know him.
Yeah, they know.
They, if you know, you know.
But yeah, he definitely flexed his muscles on this project. It's a very good project.
Absolutely, that project's really good. If you love anything of Freddie Gibbs or Currency, they deliver on that.
It's a must listen. I'd say that much.
Yeah. All right, everybody, that was our picks, or what we're listening to recently. Tell us what you're listening to. Leave it down there, and thanks for watching. We're starting to leave our socials down in the description, so you can hit us up when we're not uploading.
Yeah.
Talk to us directly, so we can actually know.
Please shit on us.
Yeah. Other than that, thanks. See you.